We'll be starting in just a moment. I want to make sure our YouTube audience is joining us. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I want to welcome you to day 5 of our 5-day challenge, where we're going to be continuing on for our last day for the 5 days. So welcome. Now we're going to be doing a little something a little different. It's still with Groove AI and all the things that are possible. You know, with AI is so much that you can do with that. And we're going to be talking about GPTs today and a little bit about the workflow app that Groove has available. If you are here live, put in a hashtag live. And if you are here on the replay, put in a hashtag replay. I'm Karen Allen. I'm the Chief Program Officer here at GrooveAsia. And so glad that you have taken the time to join us today as we go through, learn some more about the Groove AI application and what you can do to use to build and grow your business as you continue on. Well, our trainer today, we have had a wonderful trainer throughout this whole week, Nit Lakani. Well, this day we have someone different. And if you've been anywhere remotely into the GrooveAsia community and the Groove community, you will recognize who's coming up. And that's none other than Peter. I'm not going to even try to pronounce the last name, but he is from New Zealand. I just don't want to butcher it up today. Now, Peter has started his online selling journey. He started all this back in 2007 in the e-commerce space. He has experience with Amazon and eBay and Etsy, and you probably know him a lot from online providing training on e-commerce. But that, of course, is not all what Peter does. He has a proficiency in utilizing Groove since 2019 for websites and e-commerce. His development definitely speaks volumes. Now, currently, he is leading GrooveAsia's Groove Card training sessions, and he's also doing the Groove AI sessions when that had first came out since the beginning, its inception. He's been doing training on Groove AI and AI information. Now, Peter's deep knowledge and hands-on expertise definitely makes him a perfect guide to unlock the full potential of Groove AI and what we have, or what he's going to be talking about today. So join us today. It's going to be a dynamic session. We got some new information. As you know, the Groove has come out with some new software, so it's going to be touching on that. If you have any questions, put them in the comment box here. If you're in the Zoom room, you do have the ability to ask questions, but if you're on the YouTube, put your questions there too. We might get a chance to look at those and be able to answer them live also. So put your hands together for a warm welcome from Peter from New Zealand, who's going to be joining us today. Peter, welcome to the stage.
Thanks, Karen. It's great to be here, and thank you for all being here. I can see Tyra there, Brooks, Nick, and Greg. Hey, look, if you feel game enough, put your camera on so I can see you. But always nice to see people's smiling faces. I'm down here, and there you go. There's Nick, all the way in Manchester, in England, or UK, I should say. As Karen said, that I'm down in New Zealand, down under. I think we're further under than Australia, to be quite honest. And it's warm here. We're in summer, or we're getting to summer. It's actually getting really hot here. So that's why I'm in a t-shirt. Yeah, it's cold in the UK. I don't even think they have a summer. But anyway, no, actually they do actually have heat waves. As Karen says, yeah, I started my journey out online as into e-commerce, but you know, things that evolve like everything else, just evolves. And when you're in that sort of space, online space, you tend to get into other things like affiliate marketing and web design and digital marketing and social media marketing, and you the list goes on, right? And I'm sure there's quite a few of you in here that are actually doing that currently, and there's probably a few of you in here that also do coaching. Kind of like what we're doing now at the moment, right? So online coaching. So I was invited by Nick to partake in the 5-day challenge. I was supposed to be on yesterday for day 4. However, I was catching up with Michael Same's training on the new workflow app. And I don't know if anybody was on that one from here, but it was quite long and very, very deep. It was deep. So I thought I might bring some of that to the training today, but I think it's going to probably blow people's minds. So I'm going to leave that out, and I'm going to go with what I originally planned, and that is creating GPT agents using ChatGPT. Now, the other thing is that yes, we do have Groove.ai. There's still some things that need to be introduced into Groove.ai. I believe there's going to be a bit of a launch coming up on the 28th, I think, of this month. So at the end of the day, that's going to be pretty exciting to wait to actually watch. But yeah, so I'm going to go with what I originally planned and that I had for day 4, and that is to cover how to create your own GPT agent. And if you're not sure how to do that just yet, then this would be very good information for you. If you do know how to do it, great, that's awesome. I've done quite a few agents myself that do different tasks. And today I'm going to kind of challenge myself. Now, the thing is, I have done part of the week. To be fair, I have done part of the week. However, I haven't created the agent yet. So the agent hasn't been created yet. All I've done is the groundwork, and I'm going to go through that with you. But let me just share my screen. Let's just see what we're going to cover today. All right, here we go. Hopefully everyone can see that. Just give me a thumbs up if you can. Awesome. All right, so here we are, day 5, GPT agents, and let's just define what GPT agents are. Basically, they do a task that you might do every day. It could be like creating images. It could be looking for products, high-selling products, which is I've done a few of those GPT agents for that. It could be used for SEO. It could be a range of a lot of different tasks. All right, so pretty much that's what an agent is. It's kind of like an assistant. An assistant that knows everything, like a PA assistant. They know everything about whatever you want them to know about, right? You want them to be an expert in, say, social media marketing, or you want them to be an expert in web design, and you want them to create like a layout for a car dealership website. Just things like that. You can actually ask it to do anything, but it is the quality of the input versus the quality of the output. All right. So at the end of the day, you can't just say you're an expert in web design. This is what I want you to create, and then expect it to actually do that. Because what's going to happen is there's going to be little bits of information that you thought, oh, I should have told it that before I put my request in. And you're going to find that you're going to just sort of like go round and round in circles, feeding it bits and bits of information. And if you haven't used ChatGPT extensively like I have, it starts to sort of like wane off, and it goes off the beaten track, especially in the same chat. All right, so sometimes you actually have to do a brand new chat in order for it to actually pick back up again. But yeah, I found that a lot, that it's kind of like when you got a student in the class and you're doing a lecture, and then you see one particular student just daydreaming out, looking out the window, and when you ask that student, hey, what was the, what did I just talk about? It kind of goes, I'm not too sure. And that's kind of how chat still behaves, actually. And so you got to remember that if you feed it information, it's best to feed most, if not all, the information that you want to actually feed it, rather than have a whole long thread of backwards and forwards with different things. Figure out what the result is, and then reverse engineer. What does it take to actually get to that result? What are the things that you actually want to implement into your GPT agent that needs to be considered, or needs to actually be in there? That's the sort of thing that you need to do when it comes to either creating a prompt for ChatGPT, or even just creating I guess, information for it to feed to a GPT agent in order to create a chat GPT agent. All right. Oops, let's go back one. So identify suitable tasks for automation. Nick wrote this, so I'm trying to figure out. Okay, I'll just make up my own thing about this one. So identify suitable tasks for automation. Basically, yes, pretty much what I just said before. What you input versus output. You really want to give it the quality of information, what its tasks are, what you want it to do. Try and be as specific as much as you can. Yes, it might take a bit of time. Some of the agents that I've worked on, I've had to sort of spend probably 3-4 hours trying to tweak it and update it and all those sorts of things because it wasn't doing exactly what I wanted it to do. So yeah, identify suitable tasks for automation. And yeah, well, we're going to create our first GPT if you haven't done one already. Now, I have shared some GPT agents with some of the people in this room in the past. One in particular, which works effectively for me, is the alternative text GPT. I use that for images to be able to create the alternative text that you embed into the website behind the image so that Google picks up what the image is, because if you don't know by now, Google does not see images. It does not read images. It only reads text. All right. So when it sees something there that there is no explanation as to what that image is, it's a strike against your website in the sense that it's not going to really rank you that well because you're not actually providing a service to their clients, and that means all of us, and especially the ones that are visually impaired who cannot see the images. So they need to hear by hovering over the image what that image is all about. And the more specific the image, the detail of the image is, the better for you and the better for Google's clients, right? So just so that you know that. So that was one particular GPT agent that I created. Okay, I'm going to just head over to, geez, I don't know. Is it seeing the change in my screens, Karen? I'm not too sure. I just changed. Okay, cool. So I'm sorry guys, I've been on Google Meet for probably the last month and that, and I'm not even sure whether or not I'm on. People can see the page that I'm on, but anyway, looks like you can. I'm on the Groove.ai. Can you see that? Awesome. All right. All right, so you can see there's a few projects that I've done here, and now we're not going to go through the Groove.ai when we're creating this GPT app, but what I wanted to do is later on is we're going to come in here and and I know that Nick's probably gone through it, and just have a look at some of the GPT apps that Groove have actually created, or Groove.ai created. But if you really wanted to, you could just use the chat portion here in order to do what you're, and what you're doing sort of already in ChatGPT. So if you don't actually have a paid account with ChatGPT, maybe come in here and use this as your ChatGPT, if you like, and just create a new chat. So similar to what we're going to be doing here. Okay, like I said, I got a bit of a head start because my typing is shocking, especially when I'm under pressure and I make spelling mistakes and everything else. So I had to do this beforehand, just so that I didn't waste any precious time here for you with you guys. But I'm going to go through this and read it through to you as I've done it out here, so that you get an understanding just how, I guess, how. I was going to say elaborate you should be. It's kind of like that. But, to start off with, a lot of people don't know what instructions to give something, especially when it comes to ChatGPT. Some of you have actually been on Ching Yu's training, which he goes right into how you need to actually give it a role. You need to give ChatGPT a role to make it understand that's its role, and that it needs to follow suit on that. So, and I know Nick has done that throughout the training this week as well, in terms of actually, telling ChatGPT what its role is before you even start doing anything else. So in this case here, I have said to ChatGPT, you are an expert on do-it-yourself. Oh, sorry, you're an expert on a do-it-yourself expert. Kind of made a double thing there. But anyway, having a range of skills and knowledge from small home handyman fixer jobs around the home or office to large projects such as classic car restoration. You have an extensive range of knowledge base. It could be about cooking, pet care, home remedies, cabinet making, etc. You get the picture, right? So what I'm doing is I'm actually asking it if it understood me in the first instance, because what I want it to do is kind of like, we've all been on those webinars and they go, put your hand up if, or those sessions there, put your hand up if you agree, right? And we all put our hands up and we all, yep, we agree. Or, put a 1 in the comment if you agree. And we put a 1 in, yes, we agree. So this is kind of the same thing with ChatGPT. We're making sure that it stays on track with us and it understands that there's a process here and that it's following the process. So what has come back to me and said, it said, got it, Peter, you're just, by the way, it knows my name. I actually put it in there in the settings, just to let you know. All right. So it's got a whole background of my work background, my likes, my dislikes, my favorite color, my favorite music, blah, blah, blah. It's got it all in there. So it actually knows everything about me. So I don't have to actually repeat myself because I hate repeating myself. So it says, got it, Peter, you're describing a broad, all-encompassing DIY expert who is skilled in a wide variety of tasks from home improvements and car restoration to cooking and pet care. This type of expertise follows a ton of value, whether it's giving advice on fixing things around the house, sharing tips on taking care of pets, or diving into more complex projects like classic car restoration, or even building cabinets from scratch. Let me know what you need help with next, whether it's for a project you're working on or just some advice on a specific topic. Okay, so it's thinking that I wanted to actually give me more information about how to do something, right? But that's not what this is about. This is about creating some content that I can provide to actually create a ChatGPT agent. So I've got to steer him down that, or her, him, down that track. I'm wanting to create a GPT agent that encompasses all that is knowledge about all things. People are used to searching YouTube to get visual how-to. Let me just actually increase this just in case you want to. There you go. People are used to searching YouTube to get visual how-to videos in order to learn to do something. Currently, they will go to YouTube to do this, but I envisage a GPT agent that they can use that not only provide a link to the best YouTube video that can best help them, but I want a GPT to provide quality, fact-checked, step-by-step guide, bullet-pointed, summarized instructions, plus a list of any required tools, materials, and timeframes to complete a task project, whether it be cooking or building a tiny home. That's a big ask for a GPT agent, right? And I don't even know how this is going to turn out because I haven't tested it yet. I haven't actually put all that stuff in there. So that sounds like an exciting and ambitious project, creating a GPT agent that not only guides users step by step, but also curates the best visual content from YouTube would add a lot of value to people looking for DIY solutions. The GPT agent can serve as a personal assistant for anything from home repairs to more complex projects like building tiny homes or even learn cooking techniques. To get started, here's a rough outline of how you could approach the development of GPT agent. Key features: task breakdown, offer concise step-by-step instructions, fact-checked, ensuring reliability, can be customized based on your user's preferences, e.g. skill level, available time, curated YouTube content, provide the best instructional videos related to the task, allow users to follow visual guidance while using the GPT agent for additional insights. Tool and material lists, a clear list of tools and materials required for the project, include alternatives for people with different budgets or availability. That I didn't ask it to do, so it's actually put that in. Estimated timeframes, include approximate time to complete tasks based on difficulty level, offer time-saving tips or hacks. I didn't ask it to do that either, but which is good because it's something I didn't think of. Search by topic. Users can search for projects or tasks by topic, whether it's fixing a leaky faucet or cooking lasagna. I like lasagna, by the way. Additional resources provide links to articles, PDFs, or other resources for more in-depth information if needed. Development plan, data gathering and validation. Collect accurate and trustworthy data for various tasks, e.g. from expert blogs, verified YouTube videos, industry standard resources. Now, the only thing that I actually asked it to do was actually look at those, but now it's actually given me this as well. It's looking deeper into where it can actually get information from. Integrate fact-checking mechanisms to ensure that information is up to date. Task flow creation. Develop a standard format for task instructions, step-by-step guides, bulleted lists. Implement sections for tools, materials, and timeframes. The YouTube API integration. Use the YouTube's API to search and retrieve high-quality video tutorials. Now, I didn't see that before, but YouTube's API. That's interesting. Curate videos based on user feedback and expert review. I did ask you to do that. User interaction and customization. Allow users to input specific preferences, e.g. basically carpentry skills or basic carpentry skills or intermediate level cooking. Provide flexibility in terms of project complexity and estimated time. Example scenario, user query, how to install a floating shelf. GPT agent response, step-by-step instructions. Find wall studs using a stud finder. Measure and mark the desired height for the shelf. Pre-drill holes in the wall for mounting brackets. Install the brackets securely using screws. Slide the shelf onto the brackets and ensure it's level. Tools required, stud finder, drill, level, measuring tape, screws. Materials, floating shelf, mounting brackets. Estimated time, 45 minutes to 1 hour. Generally, depends how good you are. And best YouTube video, here's the link. So that's kind of real basic, but you want that to be a little bit more helpful, so a little bit more information around that. Okay. This mix of concise guidance, tools, and material lists and curated video content can make your GPT agent incredibly helpful. Does this align with what you have in mind? If so, I can help you dig deeper into any of these steps. So it's kind of saying it will do more, put more information behind it. So it's really making my job a little bit more easier. Obviously, the more I feed it, the more instructions or the results that I'm after, or the information I'm after, the more it starts to get the picture about what I want. But trying to do this all from the start is probably more important than actually doing this as you go and taking hours to actually, I forgot to add this in. And I only know this because I've been down that track a few times. I've been down that track where I go, I forgot to put this in, and then that's not quite right, and then I forgot to put that in, and I needed to put this in, and then what happened was that I found that it was like sort of it clocked off. It was kind of had that 9 to 5 mentality and decided I'm going home. That's kind of how, I don't know. It's funny, like that ChatGPT is kind of like I don't know, a little bit sensitive and all that sort of stuff. But anyway. What have I did here? It's critical the GPT needs to be concise. This is my thing. So it's critical the GPT agent needs to be concise, specific in its results. No making up things or making things up. If it's unsure about anything, it needs to be either deep search. It needs to either deep search for more info or or refer to the user to provide more information. Understood. Got it, Peter. The GPT agent will strictly adhere to providing accurate, fact-checked information. If it's uncertain or lacks data, it will either prompt for additional input or conduct deeper searches, ensuring that the results are always precise and relevant. This will help maintain high quality and trustworthy responses for users. When you're ready to move forward or need more input on any aspect of the project, let me know. Right, so I'm still going, right? I haven't stopped yet because I really want to make sure that this is actually going to be at least 80% successful by the time I input my my request. All right, it always means that it also means that it must, and you see I put a capitalized on must. I'm highlighting it. It must serve up only quality YouTube links. Please analyze these links to ensure they are very helpful, accurate, and informative. They must they must have over a large number of likes and views for the videos you recommend. But also new quality informative videos related to what the user is looking for should also be reviewed and served up if it meets all the requirements. All video links must be clickable to go directly to the source of information. Do you understand? The reason why I put that in there, because in the past, it's provided me links and they don't click to anything. All right. So yeah, it's a bit of a, I think it might have evolved since then. I did that probably maybe 2-3 months ago, and it might be better by now, but I'm not sure. Okay, like I haven't submitted this yet, so I'm going to have my fingers crossed on this one. Right. Okay, so it says understood. The GPT agent will ensure that only quality YouTube videos that meet the specified criteria, high engagement, accuracy, and relevance are recommended. Each link will be clickable and take users. I have heard it say that it will make sure it's clickable, and it doesn't, but we'll see. Each link will be clickable and take users directly to the video source for seamless access to the content. If you'd like to move forward with any other specific requirements or aspects, feel free to let me know. As you can see, I'm still not finished yet. Right? I'm still going with this. I want to make sure that it's gonna cover everything that I'm actually wanting it to do. All right, so create full instructions for the GPT agent must deliver that will highlight the specific results which meets the exact needs of the user. Once the results, oh, sorry, guys, I've actually just heard my Alexa go off. I must have said something similar to Alexa just before. I could hear it in the background. Anyway, where was I? Once the results have been provided, ask the user to review them, and once they have, to come back to the chat and provide a rating between 1 to 10 of how helpful the results was. For each rating, provide 4 experience options, 4 experience options for the user to select. Not helpful, somewhat helpful, very helpful, perfect. Encourage the user to add a comment. Tell them whether good or bad. Please comment on your experience using our GPT agent. My boss says it's good. It's for my own good. I put that in, by the way. The comments should help for future tweaking and updating of the GPT agent. Understood? Got it. Here's the full instructions for the GPT agent will look. Here's how the full, instructions for GPT agent: delivering specific results, provide concise, fact-checked results. By the way, if I'm going too fast, just put in the chat, tell me to slow down or unmute and just let me know, because I'm mindful of time and I'm just trying. I might be going too fast, but anyway, we'll provide concise, fact-checked results that meet the exact needs of the user. Results should be precise and accurate with no fabricated information. Include step-by-step instructions for the requested task or project. Provide a list of required tools and materials. Specify estimated timeframes to complete the task. Recommend quality YouTube videos that are helpful, accurate, have a large number of likes and views, or review new quality videos that meet the user's needs. Ensure all YouTube links are clickable, directing users straight to the video. Requesting your feedback. After delivering the results, ask the user to review them and provide a rating between 1 to 10 based on how helpful the results were. Present the user with 4 experience options for each: not helpful, somewhat helpful, very helpful, perfect. Encourage the user to leave a comment by saying, whether good or bad, please comment on your experience using GPT agent. My boss says it's for my own good. Inform the user that their feedback will help in tweaking and improving the GPT agent. Handling ratings and comments. Gather ratings and comments to help in refining future responses. Adapt the GPT's results based on repeated feedback to improve accuracy and user satisfaction over time. Does this approach meet your expectations for how the GPT agent should operate? All right, so I've said here, I feel you need to give a full explanation first of what the GPT agent needs to understand what is required, then followed by the important bullet points. Understood. So you can see I'm still carrying on with this, right? Understood. Here's the full explanation, followed by important bullet points to ensure that the GPT agent fully grasps what is required. Okay, here we go. So, full explanation for GPT agent. The GPT agent must provide highly accurate and specific results that meet the user's exact needs. When a user asks for any task, whether it's cooking a recipe, fixing something, or undertaking DIY project, the response must be detailed, fact-checked, and actionable. If the GPT agent is uncertain about any aspect of the query, it must either seek more information through deeper searches or ask the user for clarification before delivering results. Once the task or instructions are clear, the response should be organized, straightforward, and easy to follow. In addition, the GPT agent must suggest only the most helpful, high-quality YouTube videos based on their popularity, likes, and views, and relevance to the query. The new videos should be reviewed if they meet the high quality standards. The videos provided should also be directly accessible through clickable links. After delivering the results, the GPT agent must ask the user to review the information and provide a rating between, I'm kind of repeating myself here, but this is the whole conversation that I'm actually having with ChatGPT. Between 1 and 10, which reflects how helpful they found the results. Additionally, the user should be prompted to select from 4 experience options, which give more insight into their satisfaction. Lastly, the user should be encouraged to leave feedback on their experience with the agent. The feedback is essential for continuous improvement. Key requirements for GPT agent: providing results, deliver concise. Okay, we're kind of been through all this, like deliver concise results, all fact-checked, avoiding making up stuff. Provide clear step-by-step, which is really important, clear step-by-step instructions. More often than not, right? When you go to a YouTube video, and so this is the reason for this GPT agent. Some of you might be saying, well, might be thinking, why not just go to the YouTube video? What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take this one step further, right? I'm trying to get ChatGPT or the GPT agent to understand what's in the video, understand what the step-by-steps in the video are, and also the resources or the tools or the materials that they've used in the video, and have that all listed out in front of you rather than you trying to follow it to get an idea, right? So not only are you going to get the video, but you're going to get all the other stuff that you need, the step-by-step guide. So if you're following the video and you've got the step-by-step guide and you've got an idea what you need, it kind of sort of makes it a little bit more easier for you, right? You see that? All right, okay, cool. All right, include a list of required tools, what I just said, recommend high quality, gone over that before, user reviews, definitely need user reviews. We do actually need to know what the experience is with the GPT, whether it's a flop or not. I don't know, it could be the next best thing. I mean, I have created some bad chat GPTs and I've created some really good ones. So, and so at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, anyway, encourage user to comment whether good or bad. Yes, ensuring quality control, fact check all information to ensure it's accurate and specific, only recommend, yeah, we've done all that. So what it's saying is that this structure ensures the GPT agent knows exactly what is required and provides helpful, actionable results for the user while continuously improving over time through user feedback. Does this meet your expectations? So it looks like I still haven't finished with it yet. Now provide just the explanatory goals I need to input when I first request to create a chat GPT. The above is more the configuration section. Now, I know this from experience. When you first go into create a GPT, you have to give it kind of like what you're after, what you're looking for, what you want it to create. So the above is more the configuration section. I'm looking for something suitable for the create section. All right, so for the create section, when initially setting up the GPT agent, you'll need to provide a clear, concise, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here we go. Explanatory goals for the GPT creation. The goal of the GPT agent is to provide users with, now you'll get why I've done this, by the way, you'll understand why I've done this very soon. The goal of the GPT agent is to provide users with highly accurate fact-check instructions and guidance on a wide variety of DIY tasks, projects, or topics. It should deliver concise, actionable steps along with a list of required tools, materials, estimated timeframes to complete each task. The agent must recommend only high quality. So you're hearing all this again, right? So it's repeating itself, but this is what I'm going to be feeding it. If the GPT agent is unsure of any information, it must perform deeper research or request additional input from the user to ensure that the result is correct. The agent should then prompt users for feedback, blah, blah, blah. This short, clear. Okay, I'm just about finished. This short, clear statement will define the overarching purpose of the GPT agent when setting it up. Okay. So one more instruction here. Once it has created its own configuration, I will copy and paste it back into this chat. And I want you to compare it with the instructional information you and I have created previously. And if there's any additional information that we hadn't considered, marry it into full explanation for GPT agent and key requirements for GPT agent. Understood, Peter. Once you've created the configuration and pasted it here, I will carefully compare it with the previous instructions we've created. If there's any additional information or insights in the new configuration, I'll integrate them into the full explanation for GPT agent and key requirements for GPT agent seamlessly. Looking forward to seeing what you come up with. All right. Now that you guys understood all that, that was a long one, wasn't it? You're going to see what I mean by the last bit, right? You're going to understand that's all going to come, it's all going to become apparent what I'm trying to do here. I mean, I've done enough of these GPT agents to know its little idiosyncrasies or whatever you call it, the anomalies that you can encounter with creating a GPT agent. And like, how Chinyu has done in this previous training with, prompt engineering, this is kind of like the same. Just a little bit on steroids, that's all. But we really want to try, what I'm really trying to do is I want to try and get this knuckled down first time round, because we're not talking about like the app that I've shared with some of you here, like the alternative text app. We're talking about something that actually provides a lot more than that. All right. So you're basically given the user is actually wanting to know a whole variety of things, and we are talking about clickable links, and we're talking about it has to do its research. It's got to actually figure out. Sorry, I'm looking at the timer on the record. I'm sure we're not like close to 1 hour. No, we're not. Okay. Bit lost there. So we're giving it a huge task to do. All right, and that's my point. Anyway, all right, so this is the part that I want first. I want this part here. All right, this is the part I want. So I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to head up over and get this Zoom taskbar out of the way. I didn't miss the Zoom taskbar, that's for sure. So I'm going to put that down there. If you are on ChatGPT 4.0, then this is going to be easier for you. If you're not, it will probably be a bit challenging. If you could do it at all, I'm not absolutely sure. But this is the only way you can actually create GPT agents within ChatGPT. So I'm going to go over to my little icon up here, and I'm going to click on here. I'm going to go to my GPTs. These are all my GPTs. As you can see, I've got a few of them. So I've shared some, and so there's a few. They all do different tasks. So I haven't just done one or two. I've done quite a few, and I'm pretty much like I love doing them. But anyway, so I'm going to create a GPT. Now, remember, if you recall in my instructions, there was a create and a configure. All right, when you first come in here, it's asking you, what do you want? What are you doing here? What do you want? All right. And so basically that's what I asked it to do, was to give this explanatory goal. Yeah. Oh, where are we? I thought I just copied it. Hang on, paste. No, okay, I didn't copy it. Let me just go back. So this is the one that I'm after. There, understood. No, there. I thought I copied that. Copy. Go back. Go back into this one here. All right, you're back. Let's continue where we left off. Oh, that's so intuitive. Okay, here we go. I'm going to paste it in here. That's where I was supposed to paste it, actually. It was down here. That's why it didn't work. Okay, there it is. Okay, the goal of this. Okay, I need to add on a little bit onto here. The goal of this, I'm looking, I want you to create a GPT agent that is more like a how to, actually I'll put that into how to GPT. Okay, and then the goal of a GPT agent is to provide blah, blah, blah. I've actually, okay, I think I've got everything in there I need. Right, okay, I've got my fingers crossed here. Let's hope. cross your fingers and your toes. Okay, let's just wait now. It's a bit of wait. It doesn't take long at all. So this is kind of the process I go down with every app. It first started off just with simple requests because I wasn't too sure what it would do for me or how it would do it. You know, but now I'm more the wiser as to what it needs. Okay. The DI how-to guide GPT is ready. It will now provide highly accurate, concise instructions for all sorts of DIY projects. Whenever there's uncertainty, it will either dig deeper into research or ask for user input to ensure the information is solid. Additionally, it will recommend only high-quality YouTube videos, always prompt users for feedback to keep improving its guidance. How would you like to start? Okay, I'm just going to ask it, give me suggestions. I'm all out of creativity now. Give me suggestions. Here's a few ideas. Home repairs, craft projects. Okay. All right. So now these are what they call conversation starters. All right. You've seen them in ChatGPT. They're just little things that might be helpful for people based on what people are actually looking for. That's what they recommend, and that automatically recommends it. So home repairs. How do I repair a drywall hole without hiring a pro? I mean, yep. I could understand a lot of people are looking for that sort of thing when it comes to Google, right? Craft projects. Can you guide me on how to make DIY wooden photo frames? Again, might be something that a lot of people are looking for. Garden ideas. What do I need to build? What do I need to build a simple compost bin? That's a good one. Tech fixes. How can I replace the battery in my phone safely? These are all good. All right, and I'm just going to say this looks great. Okay, it looks good. These look great. I'll let it decide. After all, that's what I'm paying it to do, is to actually come up with some suggestions and make my job easy. Glad you like them. Just let me know which DIY projects you'd like to dive into, and I'll guide you step by step. Okay, can you see over here a DIY how-to guide? How do I build a raised garden bed? Blah blah blah. Okay, so it's done it. It's added it in there. Let's just test it out. All right. Actually, before we do that, let's go into the configuration bit. Here is the configuration bit. Right. That's the instructions that has been given. Now, this is what I said before in when I was in ChatGPT. I'm going to copy this and put this and paste it back into ChatGPT and see if there's information in there that needs to be added into the configuration, because I want this to have as much specific information as possible to make this GPT a success. I'm hoping there. All right. All right. So should we test this out? Right. Let's just test this out. All right. I'm just going to use one of these prompts or these conversation starters. What's the best way to paint a room like a pro? Actually, I probably know all of those. Not that I'm a pro, but I'm a bit of a handyman. But I haven't done a leaky faucet for a while, so let's try that one. Okay. So I'm going to go, what tools do I need to fix a leaky faucet? Adjustable wrench, screwdriver, pliers, Allen wrench. All right. 30. All right. So it's given me kind of a guide. I don't know if it's going to give me a video, but the question was specific. It was, what tools do I need? It didn't actually ask me, do I want to know how to? So I'm going to say, how do I fix a leaky faucet? We call it tap over here, by the way. Just pretty leaky faucet. Okay. Okay. Now, the thing is, I'm trying to see if it'll give me the video. As you can see, not yet. Not finished yet, but let's just see what happens. God, this is a lot. Takes longer to read than what it does to fix it. 30 to 60 minutes. Oh, here we go. Would you like recommendations for video based on your blah, blah, blah? I'll just go yes. So it should be searching. But I may have to actually literally tell it to find a video. Let me just see. What would you like recommendations for video based on? Oh, do you recognize it? No. Okay, so provide a link to a YouTube. I'm just going to put a YouTube video. Okay, how-to YouTube video. Put a little thing in there. All right. Yeah, let's have a look at this. Oh, there's a couple. All right. I'm going to cross my fingers on this one, right? This is a link, and let's have a look. And see that? Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear it. Can you hear it? Okay, hang on. Let me just let me stop share and share again. I'll have to do the whole audio thingy, share sound, and then we're back to this one here. Okay, let's go back to here. So this is the link. This was one of the links it gave me.
A leaky faucet involves a series of steps. Here's a detailed guide to help you fix a leaky faucet. Gather the necessary tools. You'll need a set of screwdrivers, both flathead and Phillips.
Got it, right, that's about 2.5 minutes. I think you got the picture, right? So first time around, the link worked. I don't know if the others do, but, you know, I mean, I'm pretty happy with the result on that one there. However, what I'm not happy with is that it took a long time to get to the point that it actually gave me a video. I literally had to ask for it. All right. Maybe a different prompt if I actually what I'm going to do, this is the next thing I'm going to do actually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to configure, and then I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy all that, and then I'm going to go back to ChatGPT. So I've done the I'm pretty happy so far. Like, I'm reasonably happy with it. It's not perfect, but I'm reasonably happy. I had to do a couple of other steps to get to that video. So I'm just going to go create so I can save it, because I can still add more information later. So I'm just going to go create. I'm going to go only for me at this point, and then save. Oh, I think this would be the last bit, by the way, guys. I think we're pretty much close to it being done anyway. So, all right. So let's go view GPT. All right. Can you see the chat part? Yep. Can you see it? All right. I'm going to go back to the previous chat, which was this one here. And then I'm just going to paste this in here, because it should actually have in its memory about me pasting back in here. All right, let me just, and then give it that. Great. Here's a comparison with the instructional information we've developed, highlighting any additional elements and integrating everything into the full explanation for GPT agent and key requirements. Key differences: additional information from the provided configuration, user safety prioritization. The new configuration emphasizes user safety as a priority, ensuring that the guidance is verified for safety. Well, that's something I didn't think of. This wasn't explicitly mentioned in our earlier instructions. Modify project plans. The agent will prompt users to modify their project plans based on feedback, which adds a dynamic interaction component not previously considered. Feedback option expansion. This expands the feedback loop, allowing users to not only rate the experience, but also adjust plans based on the feedback. Now, I'll marry these elements into the existing full explanation and key requirements. And here we go, updated full explanation for GPT agent. Well, it's a little bit longer than what I had before. Updated requirements. Yeah. All right, so updated key requirements, update. So what I'm going to do, right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy all this. And you know what, I am, I'm going to add this all into the GPT. Copy, go back to my GPT, come back into here, edit. What's this one? Oh, did it not say? Oh, here we go. There. I'm almost scared to boom and change this one, to be quite honest. This was pretty good. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to add that into there, paste, and then actually I'll just trust the process. Oh, now I don't even know what I did. Don't. I'm just going to trust the process and get rid of all this here. And then paste. All right, let's see what happens. Fingers. Hope everybody's got their fingers and their toes crossed. Let's try that again. This is updated just to make sure. Okay, now I don't want to do that just yet. I want to go back. I want to go back to ChatGPT again because I want to get the last bit, which is there, this part here. Head back. Oh. Head back to my GPTs. Edit. And then I'm going to put that down to the bottom. Yep. And then paste. And then update. All right, so this is the last one. This is the last. And if it goes wrong, then just go by what I did earlier. But let's just see. Okay, let's just see. Okay, looks like let's test it out. So what is the best way to paint a room like a pro? Let's do this one, right? Let's click on that one and see what it does for us. So the tools and materials you'll need is a paint, obviously paint brushes. It's even telling you the sizes as well, although it's an imperial. Roller frames, roller covers, paint trays, painter's tape, drop cloths, spackling paste, and putty knife. There must be like gap fillers or something. Sandpaper, primer, ladder, paint stirrers, chalking and chalking gun, rags and damp cloths. I'll just get a paintbrush myself, but anyway. It's still going. All right, so if you really want, and there's even got the cleanup. Oh, here we go. There we go. There's the link. There's the link. Let's just click on it. And play. Oh, is there anything there? Oh, the video isn't available anymore. Oh no. Give me another. Hang on. Give me more links. That one did not work. Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh. Had to be at the end of it. Like I said, just watch up to the last part. Oh, here we go. Oh, beginner friendly tutorial. Okay, let's have a look at that one. Please. All right, that ain't working. Here we go.
So in this video, I'm going to teach you all the professional secrets how to paint. I know. It's like, what else can we learn? Listen, throw away the tape. I've got secrets.
Before I carry on, have a look down here. This guy has got 3.3 mil subscribers. This is why this is probably quite a popular. Remember what I asked, about like the likes and all that? It's got 140. He's got 140K likes. So this is obviously a helpful video. All right. Now, if you were to actually just go straight into YouTube and try and search it for yourself, you may not have come across this one, but you would have had a whole lot of selection. What I've done is I've created a GPT that takes the hard work out of actually trying to search for a good video. That's all I've done. But I've also given the other benefits of having tools, materials, timeframes, all that sort of stuff, so that you have a complete idea of how to paint like a pro, and even in a video. All right, I'm going to stop this now. I'm going to stop the share. That's where we're at. Before I actually finish it entirely up, I'm just going to head over to our, can you see this? Can we see the 5-day challenge thingy? Yeah? No? Okay, hang on. Oh, let me just, sorry, because I stopped share, that's why. There we go. So we defined the app, GPT agents, identify suitable tasks for. We created our first app. We updated and maintained. Well, we updated it because we married up some of the information that it provided as opposed to what we provided. We blended it together to actually try and make a really comprehensive instructional configuration for it to follow. And okay, so find available apps. We won't go down that track, but you do know that in the Groove.ai, there are some apps in there that you can use as well. I love creating my own because not only does it increase my skill, but it also helps me create an app that I can actually use that's actually functional for me and not something that I think might work for me or go and use somebody else's, right? And I know I've got control over it. That's the reason why I do them. All right, so just to go over to next month's 5-day challenge, Nick and I have decided Nick needs a break. He's been working hard and holidaying hard as well. No, Nick's been doing really well with these 5-day challenges. He's actually run the majority of them this year. I'm going to do next year's one, which will be, is this the one, Nick? No. Oh, here we go. We haven't decided what it is yet by the looks, but that's the dates. So Monday, 11th of November to Friday, the 15th of November, same time. No, it'd be a little bit earlier, wouldn't it, Nick?
Yeah, so depending on where you are in the world, if your clocks don't change, then it's at the same time. If your clocks do change, then it's at a different time. So those of you in USA, Canada, and UK, it'll be 1 hour earlier. So 7 p.m. for me this month will be 6 p.m. for me next month, and so on.
Cool, thanks, Nick. What it's going to be about, it's going to be a surprise. No, Karen will put it into the calendar when we decide what we're going to do. And we're trying to be a little bit more outside the square, a bit of Groove platform, but a bit of like, you know, other things too as well. We don't want to just keep you locked into everything about Groove because we know there are other opportunities out there that we and even some of you guys have actually using different platforms for different things. So we all know that Groove is not exclusive in our lives and in our working lives. So we want to try and sort of meet that demand as well, you know, to be able to provide I guess a variety of different things that we can offer people in our learn. So I mean, I learn other platforms as well, not as good as Groove in my view, but there's other things that I use that are not just based around web design and all that, but based around other things like affiliate marketing and stuff. Anyway, that's
Peter,
it. I'm going to stop.
Sorry, Peter. Can I share my screen, please? Because we did that slide, and I think you got the old version there. So bear with me 1 second. And so
I didn't get it. You gave it to me.
yeah, but anyway. So right. So what we've if you're in USA, Canada, and it was 2 p.m. your time that we started, next month it'll be 1 p.m. right there. If you're in Kuala Lumpur, it'll be the same time, 2 a.m. And you may well be asleep. And so depending on where you are in the world, we're going to stick to GMT plus 8, Kuala Lumpur time as 2 a.m. And that's what we're going to do for now and likely for 2025, unless we change it for whatever reason. We're trying to anchor at one particular point that doesn't change the time zones twice a year. Thanks very much, Peter.
Oh, thanks, Nick. All right, look, Karen, you want to stop the or however you end it, and then we'll just have questions for maybe 10 minutes, and then we'll call it quits.
All right. I will do that in just a moment, but I do want to share a little something with our community that we have. As you know, that thank you so much, Peter, for that. That was very comprehensive on how you make your GPTs. Aren't you so happy? If you are happy, that this training has gone by to make your own GPTs, put a 1 in the comment box. Or if you're on the YouTube, put a 1 in there, because who knew? I know I did, on how to do that or where to start. So I'm so glad to have these replays on YouTube in order to go back and go step by step on how to do that. And like Peter was saying, so you could do it all at once, so you don't have to keep putting in information and keep putting in information, because as we know, GPT be like, look, I'm not going to go any further until you get your stuff together. So this really brings it out. Thank you. It really brings it out on what you need to do. So super excited about that. And I was like, I need that GPT myself, for real. I do. I need that. I need that. So maybe if you're coming to the GrooveAsia Power Hour, hey, maybe you might receive it, because we have received some GPTs from Peter when he comes in there. So GrooveAsia Power Hour, check the calendar for that. So I do want to show you where you can go for that information. So you can go here. I need to share sound. Okay, you can go here at GrooveAsia.cm /resource. Okay, thumbs up if you can see my screen. You want? Great, awesome. You can go to GrooveAsia.cm /resource and you can check the calendar here. And there's some other resources on here that are available for you that you can check out also. But take it to the actual calendar. When you click on the calendar button, it will come here, and we are on our last and final day. This is East Coast time. If you go in the bottom right hand corner, you can change it to your local time period, time zone. We're here on our last day of our 5-day challenge. So next month in November, check the calendar. It will have the most current links, the most current time of when we will have our 5-day challenge and any other thing that we're going to be happening, workshops, events, webinars. It's going to be on the calendar available to you. So check that at this time. I do want to bring your attention to the Accelerate Your Business that we're going to be doing next week. Accelerate Your Business using TikTok. The link is in here, and is on. It will take you to an Eventbrite registration. So definitely check that out. And also each week we're going to be doing a preview of the Breakthrough Mastermind Breakthrough Retreat that's going to be in Tokyo, Japan in March of 2025. So if you want more information about that, that's also a Zoom link, and you're more than welcome to come in and join us at that time, especially if you have any questions. If you have any questions. All right. Well, again, do want to appreciate you being here for our October 5-day challenge. We've dug deep into Groove, AI, GPTs. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. And I do appreciate you guys being here and taking the time. I know you could do anything else, but the fact that you are here with us today, love it. So we're going to want to see a lot more. Put it in the comment box. If you're on the YouTube channel, put in the comment box what are some of your takeaways that you have from there. What have you learned during this whole 5-day challenge? Things that you want to implement in there. And if you have any questions, also put those into the comment box. Now, for those who are here in the room, you can't stay here if you have any questions. I did put the link into the YouTube where you could come into the Zoom room. If you have any questions, you could get them answered there. Otherwise, I will see you. We will see you later on this week at the Power Hour or one of our other events, or at the very least, it will be on our next 5-day challenge. So until then, I will see you later.
Hi, this is Simon Liang with GrooveAsia.cm. Are you already a part of the #1 community in the world? If not, do so right now for free training and support, along with 5 sessions to help you succeed. Start now by joining us in our private Facebook group and get more exclusive video content on our YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe with notifications turned on for all updates. Join our community right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on the inside at GrooveAsia.cm.